Revenge films.
My name is Ria, and I'm married to my husband Ted, and we have a daughter named Ariel together. Ted and I first met in college. We've known each other for a long time. Before we had Ariel, we used to spend a lot of time together on the weekends. But after Ariel was born, we were both so busy and didn't have much time to go out like we used to. I was busy taking care of Ariel, and Ted was really busy with work. He worked late and on weekends. He would leave me to take care of Ariel by myself to go out and do things on his own as he pleased. I was pretty upset about this because I thought he would be more involved in taking care of our daughter. I tried talking to Ted about this, but he told me that work was keeping him really busy and he needed time to chill by himself on the weekends. He even said that I was being selfish for wanting more support from him when it came to raising Ariel. Recently, he's been going on a lot of business trips as well, and there are times when I didn't see him for days. And when he was home, he told me how tired he was and was always in a bad mood. I didn't want to argue with him anymore, so I didn't say anything to him about how I felt about our current relationship. The one thing I couldn't handle were his mood swings. Whenever he was in a bad mood, he would take it out on Ariel and I. That wasn't fair. Hi, you're home early tonight.
Hi, Daddy.
I'll make some dinner, so could you wait here for a while?
I'm not hungry.
Oh, I see.
I don't have an appetite.
Well, do you want to snack on this then?
What the hell is this?
These are some ham cutlets. I made them for Ariel tonight. She said that they were delicious.
Didn't I just tell you that I'm not hungry?
For some reason, Ted got really angry when I offered him some ham cutlets. He threw the dish onto the floor and made a huge mess. Ariel began to cry because she was scared by her father's behavior, and I didn't blame her. Why would you do such a thing? You made Ariel cry!
It's because you won't listen to me. Don't try to make me eat when I'm not hungry. I'm really tired from work. I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk to me and just left me alone. I'd like some peace and quiet.
Fine, we'll leave you alone, but stop shouting!
You don't understand because you're just a housewife. I'm the one providing for this family, and you should treat me with more respect. I'm allowed to shout if I want to. If you don't like living with me, you two can move out. I won't care.
Mommy, I'm scared.
Don't worry, Ariel. Mommy is here to protect you.
Don't make me look like the bad guy here. You don't understand how hard I work for this family.
I picked up Ariel and took her to her bedroom. I was furious with Ted for his superior attitude. He wasn't like this when we first got married. I spent the night in Ariel's bedroom. The following morning, I saw that Ted had eaten some ramen noodles and had been drinking. He hadn't bothered to clean up the mess that he created in the living room. Ted had also thrown out the ham cutlets that he had thrown onto the floor the night before. I was deeply hurt by his words and actions. Things between Ted and I worsened as time passed. I considered moving out. I wasn't happy at all. One weekend, Ted left the house early, telling me that he needed to go into the office. I decided to go out with Ariel for some ice cream and shopping. On our way home, I happened to see Ted at a stylish open cafe with a woman that I didn't recognize. I wasn't sure if it was a work meeting or not, but I had a bad feeling. I decided to see where they were going to go after they finished having coffee. After they left the cafe, Ted and the woman started walking in a different direction. I continued to follow the woman and saw that she went inside the office building where Ted works. I now knew that this woman was a colleague of Ted's. Something in my gut told me that the two of them were having an affair. If this was true, I was going to divorce Ted right away and ask him for alimony and child support payments. I wasn't happy in this marriage anyway. I was looking for a way out. All I needed to do now was to find evidence that they were in fact having an affair. From that day on, I spent my free time trying to catch Ted and the woman in the act. While Ariel was at kindergarten, I went to Ted's office and spied on him. I was waiting for the right opportunity to come, but it wasn't so easy. I spent days stalking out in front of Ted's office building, but I hadn't been able to gather any evidence. Ted had no idea that I was spying on him, and he continued his act. He told me how busy he was at work and took it out on Ariel and I, but I no longer cared. I was determined to divorce him, and I was going to make sure that he paid for his bad behavior. 2 weeks after I began my stakeouts, I saw the woman come out of the office building. She didn't seem to be feeling well as her face was pale and she had to sit down to rest. I became worried about her condition and decided to ask her if she was okay. The woman didn't seem to know that I was Ted's wife. The woman asked me if I could accompany her to the hospital. I agreed to go with her. I wasn't going to be able to pick up Ariel from kindergarten on time, so I asked my mother to pick her up instead. My mother offered to take care of Ariel for the night, so I texted Ted to let him know that Ariel and I would be staying with my parents. I no longer needed to rush home and thought that this was the perfect opportunity to get to know the woman better. The woman rested at the hospital, and I waited until she woke up and felt better.
Thank you for all your help. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. I hope that you're feeling better now. The woman began to cry loudly. Are you all right? The woman was about to confide in me when I heard someone come into her hospital room. I could tell from the person's voice that it was Ted.
Did you get the abortion as planned? Was $1,000 enough? My wife is staying with her parents tonight. You can come over and stay with me if you want. I'll make sure to use protection this time. I promise.
I finally understood what was going on, and I was livid. I wasn't going to forgive Ted for what he has done. Ted, it's me, Rhea. Ted opened the curtain and was shocked to see me standing next to his lover. He was clearly agitated.
Rhea? What are you doing here? Where's Ariel?
Don't try to diverge the conversation. The woman realized what had happened, and she began to apologize to me profusely. As for Ted, he panicked and started making a lot of stupid excuses.
Rhea, I had no choice. This woman was very persistent, and I couldn't say no. This isn't my fault.
How can you say that? This is clearly your fault. You're an asshole, and I'm going to divorce your sorry ass.
A divorce? Are you kidding me? How are you going to live without me? You don't have a job.
Well, now that I'm certain that you cheated on me, I'm going to sue you. I prepared the divorce papers right away. The following morning, I left the signed divorce papers on the living room table and moved out of the house, taking Ariel with me. I was going to stay with my parents until the divorce was finalized. I hired a lawyer and asked Ted to pay me alimony and child support.
Don't you think that you're being rash about this? We should talk about this before you make a decision that you'll regret.
I have nothing to say to you, and I've made my mind up about divorce. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. My parents are really upset about what you did to me, and they don't ever want to see you again.
Aren't you grateful for the fact that I've been supporting you financially all these years? Is this how you're going to thank me?
You disgust me. Don't call me ever again.
Rhea, wait! Give me a chance to fix this!
After meeting with my lawyer, Ted agreed to pay me alimony and child support, and our divorce was finalized. I'm going to live with my parents for a while and use the money that I got from Ted for my living expenses. Because I told Ted's manager about what he had done to his lover, he was fired. His lover's parents were furious with Ted as well, and they sued him too. Ted was now broke after paying everyone for what he owed. He was having trouble finding a new job, and his family and friends avoided him after they found out about what he had done. I'm no longer in touch with Ted, but I heard a rumor that after he broke up with his lover, he became an alcoholic and gambling addict. He went into a lot of debt and spent his days hiding from debt collectors. Ted's ex-lover continues to send her apologies through letters, but I couldn't get myself to forgive her. I also sued her for my emotional suffering. Ted's affair wasn't the only reason for our divorce, and I'm much happier now that he's out of my life. I can now concentrate on Ariel's happiness and will endeavor to create a household full of laughter.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.